Um, Today I want to chop it up about Ray Rice real quick. He just got cut a few hours ago, according to the Ravens on Twitter, and CNN announced it, and a lot of people are saying a lot of things about Ray Rice, but people are not looking closely at this video. So I'm just going to play the video again so we can walk through it. So I don't want you to have to go far. I want you just to sit right here and say, let's go through the video, and then we're going to tie all this together today. We're going to follow the money trail. We're not going to keep talking about what, we're not going to keep getting sidetracked. All right. So here's the video of Ray and his wife in the elevator. We're going to stop it at 10 seconds. We're going to stop it a little before that. That's Ray in the corner. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Pause. Let's go to big screen. We want you to be able to see it. It's TMZ now. Look what TMZ does. Let's back it up. Boom, that's Ray over there in the corner chilling right here. He's waiting. Here comes his girlfriend. He said something to her. She slapped him. Now, I don't know how violent that was, but she slapped him. But he said something, or he might have blew on her neck. Looked like he could have been trying to kiss her to me. It don't look like he spit on her, because if he'd have spit on her, she would have fought him. He just being cute. She slaps him. All right. She said something back to him again. Oh, this looks nice and pretty too. He gets in the elevator. She slaps him again. He punches her the first time. Then she runs into this left hook. All right. Then they slow-mo him hitting her the first time. But he doesn't. TMZ does not slow-mo when she slaps him with the backhand. Then he hit her with an open hand. So she hit him twice. The second time she hit him, he hit her back. And now she's running up on him. Look at her face. She done got to look at her feet. She's getting ready to come charging. She's very upset. He hits her with the left hook, but watch this. Her head hits the pole. Her head hits this pole right here. And if anybody's ever fought, like almost been like knocked out, and then you fall and then you hit something else and you've been drinking, that's gonna hurt. I don't want to see that anymore. But they're showing it though, of the behavior, and let's just, why do you get mobbed? Well, let's look back at the chart. We look back at the chart. This is Ray Rice, January 22nd, 87. We got a sun on the ascendant. We just cosmoposing him. He got Mars in Aries. Mars is hands, not hands, but Mars is violence. Aries is emotional, I am. And in the third house is I communicate. I'm getting ready to communicate violently. I'm known for this because this isn't something that they just did. This is a one-time affair. You can tell this couple, they fought before. And remember, both of them were charged with assault at the beginning. And then that night, you see Mars is transiting, conjuncting the moon that night. It's 26 degrees. Moon was 26 degrees. By down. That's when it went down. Somewhere in that 3-degree conjunction, that 3-degree orb. In Libra, a split. Something that got charged by the emotions. So he was going to do something crazy that night, and here it happens right close to his 10th house. So, you know, he'll be famous for this forever, or he'll be infamous for this forever. Uranus was conjunct with Mars again, which is unpredicted warfare, out of nowhere, sudden change. Snap, snap. So you see, as soon as the sun hits 26, bam, you got this other element over in the third house about just how things are videotaped in the elevator. Yeah, that's on third house. That's not a secret. That's surveillance. People know they're getting surveyed. That's not a secret right there. What else? Back to Janae Palmer's, his wife. All the information is being recirculated about this woman. Why? Because they need rates. Watch this. So this is Rachel Nichols. So Rachel Nichols comes on earlier today and says, oh yeah, listen, she says something. She says,
Baltimore Ravens have now terminated the contract with their star running back, Ray Rice. This news.
She's on the panel, right? This lady, Rachel Nichols, is on the panel. So I want you to watch when she comes in, but watch how these three women attack this man. I'm not even going to say three white women attack this black man. Just look at how these three feminists attack this masculinity, right? And try to castrate him. Watch this. Now, I'm not saying that he's right either, or that I'm not on anybody's side but the facts, but trying to castrate somebody when she hit him first. Now, okay, well, don't hit back. They shouldn't be playing like that. That's a dysfunctional relationship. So there's all this video coverage is about a dysfunctional relationship the night after there was a big fight on In Love and Hip Hop last night. That was ridiculous. So roll the tape.
Comes mere hours after elevator video, the surveillance video has surfaced that shows Ray Rice with his then fiancee, Janae Palmer, knocking her unconscious, dragging her out of this elevator. Well, we'll show that for you in just a second because that really cracked this whole thing wide open. But here we go to the tweet. This is when it first broke.
She hit her head on the rail. We already played that clip. She hit her head on the rail. Not saying that the punch didn't knock out, but the rail didn't help any either. But them not knowing how to communicate, this is the problem. And no, women should not be punched in the face because they don't know how to communicate. A man has to learn how to communicate. That's the problem. And be in an effective leadership role. Why is your wife slapping you in the face? Just on the norm, that's not that's something that's going to drive the testosterone down. It's not going to drive the testosterone up of a healthy male. If it's a healthy male, it's going to drive his testosterone down. This man plays professional football. Why are you driving his testosterone down? Well, probably you know him though. He's not a healthy leader because he doesn't even know that. All right? So we got to display healthy leadership in order for women to keep their hands out of our face.
Just mere minutes ago on the Baltimore Raven Twitter site, the Ravens have terminated running back Ray Rice's contract this afternoon. So there's the tweet to the video, and before we show it, it's tough to watch. It's tough to watch, but it tells the story and it explains what's going on. Here you see Ray Rice in the corner.
They do not show her hitting. They do not show the punch. They just show her laying on the floor.
This is already the end of the video. This is post-punch, so hopefully we can re-rack it and see the whole thing.
All of the editing content that they have, they're only putting this part.
She's already on the ground and unconscious, being pulled out of the elevator. Doesn't cover her up, so we had to blur it. This happened March inside this Atlantic City casino. It's disgusting. I mean, it's just disgusting. I think everyone sitting next to me can agree. Here we go. So here they have it, re-racked, the punch. She goes down.
Slow it down, too, so we can see this black man demoralizing this black woman. This is how relationships are done. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Get it. We don't have to keep playing this. So you know the story, the backstory. NFL gave him this 2-game suspension without pay. By the way, they're now married. They're now married, and they say they're going for counseling.
She got a problem with them being married. They were already engaged since they were 18. I mean, since he got into the Ravens anyway. Why wouldn't they get married? And they have a daughter together.
We should mention domestic violence policy totally changed after this incident. But still, Rachel Nichols, host of CNN's Unguarded, joining me, and Lisa Bloom, legal analyst for Avo.com. Can we all just agree, A, it's horrendous?
Can we all just agree? Listen, she says, can we all just agree? It's horrendous.
And horrible and
horrible and disgusting.
disgusting, and fill in the blank adjective. And kudos for the Ravens to terminating him.
Well, I'm not going to start throwing hosannas and plaudits to any organization that took this long and took an outside organization like TMZ to collect the video to terminate him now. So I think we got to be careful about any praise here. This is what I've been saying all day. If TMZ could obtain the video is obtainable. There is no excuse that the NFL or the Baltimore Ravens are saying, oh, we didn't see that video, we didn't know exactly what happened. Guess what? Not only could they have gotten it the exact same way TMZ did, but Ray Rice and his defense team had to have access to that video as part of his court case. So when the NFL called Ray Rice in for his disciplinary hearing before they made this judgment entirely, they could have said to Ray Rice, guess what? When you show up in our offices in New York, you better bring that tape, because if you don't, we're not even going to start to talk about you getting back on the field, and we'll just wait for you to bring it to us. And he would have brought it.
So they're upset at Ray. The feminists say it's terrible. Now, the part about when they got the tape, that's the other good part. Because now, why is it since February? Somebody paid somebody not to show the tape. Somebody paid somebody not to show the tape. And then all of a sudden, someone pays TMZ more to play the tape today. Now, why is that? Because remember, they love doing misdirection, right? So in the misdirection this time around, look at what Rachel was about. Look what Rachel was talking about. Look what Rachel was talking about right before she started getting rave hits. Before she started getting rave hits. She says, look at her numbers now. She's looking for likes. She was talking about the Atlanta Hawks. CEO Dean Coonan has a problem. I mean, this whole thing, the Hawks make the CEO give up the team because of some racial slurs. Look, Monday the 8th, 4 p.m. updated. 4:07. This is current.
Admits that he wrote in 2012, and he will tell you now that he used inappropriate and offensive language. And in fact, yesterday, when he wrote another letter, this one's the letter of apology and also announcing that he's going to be putting up his portion of the team for sale, he said this. He said, you know, if you were angry at what I wrote, you should be angry. I'm angry at myself, too. It was inflammatory nonsense. There are others who are saying, wait a minute, it was a lot more than that. It was racially insensitive.
Now look at his face. It was racially insensitive. Just all they want to do is get ratings. They're starving for ratings, so anything that's racially propelled, they need it. Oh, don't get tricked, man. But anyway, that's a whole nother story.
It's the email that cost the team.
My theory is that the black crowd scared away the whites in Atlanta, and there are simply not enough affluent black fans in Atlanta to build a significant season ticket base. Wow. This isn't even talking about the players. This is talking about the race. This is a racist remark toward the affluent black fans or lack thereof in Atlanta. Whoa. Oh.
In 2012, Atlanta Hawks majority owner Bruce Levinson fired off these insights on why the franchise wasn't attracting more affluent whites.
This is getting ready to be crazy.
Season ticket holders. Looking around our arena during games, it's 70% black.
Okay, that's a fact. I don't see why anybody's upset about that.
Levinson wrote, my theory is that the black crowd skipped.
He's right. Donald, and you're not winning. The team is not winning. And then there's a whole bunch of black people around there. A lot of rich white people may not feel comfortable like that in Atlanta because of how they got their money. Or they may feel some kind of way about how they treated some of their ancestors.
He goes on. I think Southern whites simply were not comfortable being in an arena or at a bar where they were in the minority.
Woo! That's heavy. I think Southern whites simply were not comfortable being in an arena or at a bar where they were in the minority. What is that saying about you, Georgia?
He says it bothered him. Every fan picked out for a contest is black. and says, I have even bitched the kiss cam is too black.
He killed himself right there. That was dumb.
For the NBA, it's another embarrassment as the league is still struggling to overcome the racially laced diatribe of former Clippers owner Donald Sterling earlier this year. In fact, Levinson was one of Sterling's strongest critics, speaking out to CNN's Wolf Blitzer.
Oh, wow.
Sunday, Levinson issued an apology and announced that he's selling the team, dumping the PR nightmare into the lap of the Hawks' brand new CEO, Steve Koonin.
Brand new management going to come in and clean this mess up and pull the wool over y'all eye again. Do you see this? My God, this one is so local. Whew. Man, CNN is based in Atlanta. They're talking about the Atlanta Hawks, talking about racism. And this young lady, Rachel Nichols, you work for CNN, right? And guess what? You only had 20 stars, 20 favorites, 25 favorites. What's this? 51 retweets, 49 retweets, 46 retweets. And look up here. Woo! Big letters. NFL says Ray Rice video was not made available to us, and no one in our office has seen it until today. 260 retweets, 60 stars. What? It's hard to get around this. If TMZ was able to obtain the Ray Rice video, ... Yo, I got a video teaching you how to use the dots in social media. She's a yellow journalist. That's her job. She's a plant to get you riled up and keep you looking at her because she's trying to keep a job too. 921 retweets, 619. What? That man should be thrown out of the NFL and thrown into jail. Strong words from Bronco defensive tackle Terrence Knighton. He will be interesting to see which other players follow suit. Here you go. Why is that any concern of yours? I'm going to see who else is going to follow suit. 1,000 clicks, retweets, 787 stars. It's going for numbers. Since then, the rest of the day, just announced that it now indefinitely suspended Ray Rice. 275 likes, 469. It's kind of down on the numbers and whatnot. Then she just switched subjects. She's looking for tweets. That's it. They're looking for numbers out here. Don't get caught up. Don't be following Rachel Nichols either. Then, well, you see, there's what we don't want you to look at because we want you to look over here and see what Ray did. Where's Ray at? Oh, good. I'm done with that footage then. Oh, and my last point. A complete timeline of the Ray Rice assault case. A timeline. They're giving us dates to look at astrological charts. They're putting the word disgrace up here. Look what this does as a neuro-linguistic program. Two young adults who are married working through their problems and they have the word disgrace there. Do you see that? Wow. Programming. Put 2 stars beside Ray Rice release suspended. Look what this does to your subconscious. February 15th, Rice and Palmer arrested. Video service on the 19th. You can just go and run the chart for all of these days. March 27th, he gets indicted. Watch this. March 27th, he gets indicted. Let's see what's popping off on the 27th in his transit chart. I learned this technique from Ra Aku, Cosmophysics. Bam. I also work with my man Anpu and the Minister Jew over at AnpuAstrology.com and MyAstrologyCoach.com and Cosmophysics and Cosmo361.com. All of those my peoples. And they showed me this technique, how I can look and see the green planets or where they were that day. And then he gets indicted. So indictment means could be going to jail. Here comes the sun conjunct Neptune. I'm sorry, that's Uranus. It's Neptune. Was that embarrassing? No, I made mistakes. I'm feeling good about it. I'm looking for like some paperwork just got done. So where's Mercury? Mercury is in Pisces. Some big paperwork that's going to cost him some money. His thoughts. There's a couple other things here that some of these squares that he's got to watch out that he wasn't watching out for. His Mercury was squaring His Mercury was squaring, transiting Mercury was squaring his Saturn and his Venus. Good gracious. Well, he'd be all right. But it's in the planets, man. It's not just in the planets, but it just takes some paying attention to and not getting distracted. So did Ray Rice need a reading from somebody? He sure did. Did he get it? Nope. He should have got it when he got married and saw some of the things that was going on in his relationships. Long story. But I don't want to stay here too long. I just wanted to just say my piece on the Ray Rice video. Once again, I do not condone men beating up on women. I don't condone women hitting men for any reason, putting their hand in their face, being disrespectful, because men equate respect to love. She disrespected that man. She wasn't showing that man love. If she was showing him some love, then there's no way he would have just punched her in the face. That means he would have mental problems. But he was reacting from being attacked. He's a prime time running back with cat-like quickness. You got to be a leading running back in the NFL. You have to have cat-like reflexes. So when you attacked him, and he's always thinking violent already. He didn't know that. Look, don't make mistakes like that. I'm not condoning it, but it got to have been doing that kind of stuff, because all that is behavior. She didn't seem like she was afraid to rush him, or that she was afraid to do something. You know, she wasn't afraid of that. She had done something like this before. So unfortunately, that's what happened. She got hit. But here's the question. I know people are going to try to chop me up like the guy from ESPN when he said women have to start being responsible for provocation. So, but then he gets suspended for a week after this feminist lynch squad on CNN and ESPN double teamed him and say, Stephen A. Smith, we getting ready to hit you in the head. Same thing with Rice. I don't know what you did, Rice. I don't know what Stephen A. Smith did. But when these feminists come after you like this right here, they show you, brothers, that you ain't exempt. And I'm not saying that you thought you were exempt, because you are definitely clear now. And apologizing, and everybody knew what you meant the first time, and it wasn't taken out of context. So now here we go. Ray Rice, you're not as eloquent in communication. It's going the other way now. So, and now you cut, no paycheck, and suspended. So if you do get picked back up, it's going to be for like a whole lot less. Oh my goodness gracious. Watch the playoff picture. They may be developing a story this year for Ray Rice. Heard it here first. That's my take right there. Please be listening in this Wednesday night, manleadsradio.info. And we're going to be talking about Ray Rice. We're going to be talking about leadership qualities in the home, what men need to be doing, how to consider them healthy, what women need to be doing to make sure they're healthy so they can be in healthy relationships, and just seeing through this a little bit and not trying to put blame everywhere on everybody else. I'm going to get ready to go back and see what's up with the Atlanta Hawks. How much is his portion? You know, will he take a deal? I don't know. Maybe I could be a better coach, the Atlanta Hawks. We'll see. All right. Thanks for tuning in. It's Coach Khayr, CoachKhayr.com. Mahalo at you. Peace. Oh, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Yeah, that's more where this came from. Appreciate it.